What up, Whiskey Ginger fans? Welcome back to the show. If it's your first time joining the show, welcome to the show. We got a good one for you today, and I am finishing up my tour. I'm so very, very excited. Next week, I am in Boston for Valentine's Day, the 14th and the 15th. Boston, come out and see your boy. I'm at the Wilbur Theater doing 4 shows before I film my special in Minneapolis, Minnesota next week. The following week, 21-22, I'll be in Minneapolis, Minnesota, shooting my special for Hulu. So excited. Boston and Minneapolis, come out and see me. Go to andrewsantino.com for those tickets, andrewsantino.com.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You're that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You owe me $5 for the whiskey and $75 for the horse.
Gingers? Oh, hell no.
This whiskey is excellent.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Hey, Joe. Sorry, we'll start now. Hi, Joe. Say hi to my editor, Joe. He's in that camera.
Hello, Joe.
There it is. Joe is a homophobic anti-Semite out of
Perfect.
Fall River, Massachusetts.
Well, it is almost Groundhog Day.
Which one do you prefer, a homophobe or an anti-Semite?
That's a great question. Wow. Would you rather?
Yeah, which would you rather?
Hate edition. I would rather probably a homophobe
Yeah,
because they're dealing with more trauma.
they have stuff going on.
Like anti-Semite, you're just insane.
You're insane.
Yeah. Homophobe, you're just like, someone put a finger in my butt once and it's weird.
You're
Yeah.
confused.
Yeah.
You're
What about
confused. I prefer neither is the right answer. I mean, I don't even know why you sided with one of my.
Now,
That was crazy.
Now there's a right answer.
like one of them
yeah,
is
that
nuts.
is weird. Now, I mean, my God.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Whiskey Ginger. My guest today is one of my favorite people on earth. I say that from my guest, but I mean once again today, it's Justin Martindale.
So glad we're making
Probably
this happen.
the greatest lettuce in the game. The kid's got hair. It's
Still.
beautiful. And it's got a little bit of foxiness to it now.
You noticed.
Little silver foxiness to it,
A little
dude.
bit.
That's great.
It's a blonde ash.
That's
if
so
you will.
pretty, dude.
Yeah.
Can you
I
duck
felt
down?
like,
Let me
you
see.
know,
Yeah, it looks so nice.
I wanted something that kind of like complemented the fires. So I was like a good like white ash. Yeah.
Fire. You didn't get affected, right?
I mean, no.
No displacement for you?
No, we left. I mean, we went to this beautiful refugee center called Palm Springs.
Oh, yeah.
Which was a trip and a half. We just left because my mom, you know, I grew up in Texas,
Yeah.
and my mom is like one of those like Southern moms, and she pulled the ultimate Uno mom card on me.
What was this?
If you love me,
Oh, God.
you'll leave. And I said, well, all right, let's
don't
pack
love
the
you.
bags up.
I'm going to stay right here. I
There
don't love
is
you that
no
much.
right
Yeah.
answer. Yeah. And so we packed it up, packed the dog, and went to Palm Springs. And then like 20 minutes before we got there, they were like Runyon Canyon's on fire.
Yes.
And I was like, oh, well, all right. But in my head, I was kind of like, finally, you know, because Runyon Canyon, get out of here. Oh, it's the worst canyon.
It is the worst of the canyons. Of all the clientele that go there, it bums me out the most.
Just smells like piss, and
It's dog
there's
piss.
40,000 pit bulls off leash. Just Instagram like models. I don't want to hear your fucking Bad Bunny beat pill track.
Right.
I want to hear nature.
Yeah.
I don't need to hear. I'm like, what is this?
An
Who is
Uber.
this?
That sounds like you're in an Uber.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a chili Puerto Rican. I don't need it. Give him a blanket.
It is the worst of all.
Yeah.
It's the worst of the canyons.
So finally, I was like, it's time.
yeah, we
You
gotta
know?
go.
And then, of course, I get the next door notifications,
Oh, yeah.
which just the best. It's kind of like my adult porn now, or just a next door app. They're like, can we return to Runyon? I'm like, who cares? Just go.
Just go. Suck in the ash. Who
Yeah, suck it
cares?
in.
We got a little bit of rain. You're going to be fine.
Oh,
Everything's gonna
dude,
be
that
fine.
rain.
Felt good, huh?
I mean, look at us, just two gentlemen talking
yeah.
about the rain.
Uh-huh.
It was a good rain.
Let's
I
go-
made
let's-
chili yesterday
You did?
from scratch.
You made chili?
I made chili.
Wow.
Watched some movies. Just did laundry all day. Oh, it was stellar.
How masculine of you.
Yeah, yeah.
Your mom's from Texas. I had
Well, my mom's from Tennessee.
Oh, okay.
Mississippi, Tennessee. Yeah.
I had a friend. we have a guy that we know.
Who, me and you?
Yeah,
Okay.
you and I know. And he was from the South, this story might drum up the memory for you.
Okay.
And when I first met him, he had told me this story when we had a couple of drinks that his mom, Southern Belle, sent him away to pray away the gay camp. Do you remember who this is? I'm not going to say the name. I'll tell you after if you don't remember.
I mean, I know several.
Oh, well, this one lived in my building. Do you not remember this guy? And we'll move on. It doesn't matter.
No. This is fun.
But he did a. Well, we're not going to say his name.
Guess the gay.
On this episode of Guess the Gay,
We're gonna pray away the gay, but first, guess who it is?
I remember him telling me this vivid story about being sent away to pray away the gay camp and how like his mom and dad were really adamant about it. And he was like, of course, the biggest joke of all was that you get to this camp,
Yeah.
and it's all other repressed gay kids. So he's like, it's just a hookup factory.
Yeah.
In the woods.
Yeah.
And then the counselors, also
my
gay.
God, yeah.
Like the gayest of them all.
And also a little older for the old kids there.
It's insane.
Yeah. I mean, it's like it's a good like find your way in the forest kind of a situation.
You knew multiple people that went to this thing? I thought it was like, this sounds mythic. It doesn't sound even real.
No, it was like a big deal. They made a movie out of it. I mean, several movies.
But you knew kids when you grew up that got sent away.
Not me. No, not me personally.
Just when you got older, when you met people. Older.
Yeah.
Because I remember hearing about it and being like, I can't. I just don't. It sounds like how. Look, it sounds like what happens to what was her name about the Scientology docu Going Clear. You know, where you're like, I know it's real, but like, where is all this happening?
Oh, dude,
it's real.
My fiance and I, we moved in to our building last July, and I remember we went and saw the place, and it was just bare bones. It was just like couch, books on the floor, and we were like, well, the lighting's great. And we were like, did they move out yet? And they're like, no. They're moving. It's two girls, and they live here right now, and they're gonna move out, when we rent the place. And I was like, this is squalor. What is this?
Sad.
Scientologists. We get Scientology mail.
Whoa.
It's everything.
You gonna join?
Yes.
Yeah, why not?
But we got like the Scientology Christmas card. It's a trip. I don't even it's just the weirdest thing.
I took a family friend of ours looking for an apartment in West Hollywood. She wanted our help, and she was like, I don't know where to go. And I kind of, and I was like, I'll come along for the ride so you're not like duped into some dumb shit or a building that I'm like, don't live over here.
Yeah.
So we're taking her around, and one of the buildings, the guy like lied which apartment it was, and then we find out he's the building manager, and then we get in the apartment, and I'm like, this is his apartment. Like, this is literally his apartment. And the bed was on the floor.
No.
Yeah, dude, it was so creepy. And it was
like a Blumhouse movie.
It was.
God.
Dude, it was so creepy. And it was like bed on the floor, like a lot, too many candles, and then like all designer clothes on the floor. Nothing was in a closet. Nothing was put away. Like it was like a crash pad for like a weirdo rich kid. Yeah, it was creepy as fuck. And then within seconds, he's like, what else do you want to see? I was like, nothing. We're leaving.
Yeah.
I'm not going to fuck it. You're going to kill. This is where you murder people.
Yeah.
Clearly,
Yeah.
I'm not getting in a murder den. Have a family friend of ours who's like new to L.A. She's like, what did you think? I was like, I think you could never, ever be. No, don't go. Walk past that building ever again.
Yeah, no thanks, Chet Hanks. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
When did you become a landlord?
It was so creepy, man. But West Hollywood, I remember looking for apartments all over West Hollywood for the years that I was there. It has the oddest collection of like janky, shady, really creepy, fucked up shit. Like I ran into that more than anywhere else in the city, West Hollywood, where I was like, what went on here?
Oh yeah, history.
What did this used to be,
oh,
dude?
Yes.
Like there's an apartment on Fountain. No, I'm sorry. On Hollywood, right before you get to Runyon. I don't know if that's Curson or whatever, it's right there. But I remember I'd walk that way sometimes at night, and they had huge like floodlight, like shooting lights painted in. And I was like, oh, they got to be filming something. And I would tell myself this story. Oh, they're shooting porno in there or something like that. You know what I mean? Or it's like a fuck house. And then one night I like peeked over the brick. And sure enough, people were in there fucking partying. A couple of people like, loose, like half on, half off clothing. And I was like, oh shit, it is a fuck house.
Yeah.
I was like, it really is. In my mind, I thought, it's definitely not, but I'd like to think it is. No, it was, 100%.
I have two friends of mine who have a place over in, I think it's around like West Hollywood, maybe like more kind of by where Toy is on Sunset. and they had this building on their block that was like this giant, like old style Victorian, like blue building. And they're like, oh yeah, back in the day, this was like a gay brothel. And I was like, whoa, a gay brothel?
How many days ago was this? What,
This
back
was
in the
about
day?
a week ago.
Okay.
The fires took them. Yeah. No, but it burned down. It was like, it burned down like last year or
No.
something. And they were trying to sell it. And then weirdly enough, it burned down.
All the furniture was still stuck to the floor. They're like,
Oh,
wow,
yeah.
how is everything so secured in this room?
Just designer clothes all over the floor.
A gay brothel.
Gay brothel.
Are there gay brothels now still in West Hollywood?
Probably.
We got you.
Everything terrifies me these days.
Don't lie to me. You're my key to everything. You know.
What do you want to know?
Back in the day when we used to go after the store, we had a couple of nights where you took me to. One night we did an Abbey run. The other night we did a what's the one next to like the manhole? Not the manhole. What is it called?
I just want to keep you guessing. I want you to like try and figure it out. Not manhole.
Prolapse? Was it called Prolapse?
Prolapse, yes. Prolapse Fridays. Yeah, it's really good. It's 2-for-1 pink socks. Yeah. No, it's you guys ready to fucking get lit? No, it was
God, I can't remember the name of it, but I can
the
see it.
manhole?
Isn't that what it's called?
No,
The
you're
almost-
thinking of Motherload.
Motherload.
Manhole, close.
The names are so
Motherload.
good.
Yeah, Motherload.
Gay
That's-
bars get to name the bar the joke that people say when
Yeah.
they're like, we can't name it that. They do. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like where everyone would be like, that'd be a funny name for a bar. Gay bars are like, no, that's what we're gonna call it.
Yeah, that's it.
I love that.
We want it to smell like bleach and cum and very dim lighting
Yeah.
and pick a safe word when you come in. No, but it was who do we go with? It was me, you, and
I don't remember. Another comic.
Yeah.
It was another comic, but I don't remember who it was. That was a tough night. I disappeared. I remember I had pizza.
it was Adam Devine.
That sounds right. I don't know why that sounds right, but it
It
does.
sounds right.
Maybe that is.
I think it might
one
have,
of the Adams. It was him or Ray.
It wasn't Ray.
No, he's scared of it.
No,
He's so scared of that
he's
world.
so
He'd get
scared.
too comfortable.
He barely texts me back. Barely. Yeah. He's like just. Yeah.
You know, you text an Android and the text go green. When I text you, it's all rainbow text every time. I'm like, what is that, dude? Is that a phone that you've got? A
It's
special phone?
profiling, yeah. Oh man, that was a really fun night. We were actually talking about that. You brought that up, like I think one of the last times I saw you, you were like, it's changed.
It's all changed.
West Hollywood's
West Hollywood has
changed.
changed, dude. I fell in love with that place.
I don't really go out.
It stinks.
Yeah,
It's just boring and it's not the same.
it's very.
I feel like culturally it died a little bit, and
Yeah.
it used to have such a vibration to that city. It was like so like fun and alive. I used to love going out at night, walking home from the store, seeing like tons of different kinds of people out and about, getting fucked up, partying. It was so fun. And then years later, I would walk home and it was like depressing and
it's very snobby and dangerous.
it's dangerous now.
Very dangerous.
What do you mean? Like
People getting drugged, people getting
really?
robbed,
What?
people getting mugged. Oh yeah, they have like, I mean, there's several bars where they have warnings. They pass out like, hey, if you think your drink is spiked, here's a test kit. Like they have like drink test kits at the
so
bar.
everyone's spiking drinks now?
People are spiking drinks. People are like going to the hospital. Like
These fucking Gen Zs,
I got like a
dude.
cease and desist from a bar.
What?
Yeah, because I was doing my neighborhood duty because a friend of mine like went for a happy hour, her and her girlfriends, just like mom's afternoon, and she woke up at Cedars with 2 black eyes, and she was like, "What happened? I just had 2 drinks." And I posted on my Instagram stories and was like, "Hey,
Be
this
careful.
bar,
Yeah.
which we can all guess which one it was,
Yeah.
not the manhole or
No.
prolapse." But I put it in my stories, and I was getting just strangers DMing me like,
Their
this
stories?
happened to me 4 years ago.
Wow.
This happened to me. I was sexually assaulted on the dance floor. I was taken in the back. I was thrown in a police car. I was crazy shit.
And the bar was like, you have to stop doing
Well, and it was weird too because like Tim Dillon like DM'd me and he was just like, "Dude, I'm so glad you're doing this." And I'm like,
Yeah, that's-
well, thank you.
It's good work.
Thank you, Captain."
Yeah.
And then the bar was like, "Hey, cease and desist." And I'm like, "For my Instagram stories, like
Right.
get out of here."
It's also a real story.
Real stories.
It's like if the news published this, you can't like fucking tell the news to not. It's like, no, dude, that's a thing that happened there. You should know. You
Yeah.
should take care of it. That's shady as fuck.
Oh, it's so shady. And they were like, "Oh, we can't find the
Security.
videotape for that day."
Convenient.
Get out of here.
Very
And I've
convenient.
Just never gone. And every time I have friends or people coming into town, I'm like,
Don't go
nope.
there. That's good. Well, good. That's so funny. We can't find the tape. Epstein was here that night. We
Oh,
just
I
can't
know,
find
I
the
know.
cameras were off.
We had to shut the bar down. It was God. It's just crazy.
But that's sad that used to, because like years ago when we would go out in West Hollywood, it used to feel so like safe and fun. It was like nothing. I mean, maybe it was ignorance too.
Yeah.
Maybe it was just like, who cares? We were young and it didn't matter.
Oh, and the kids now. Whew.
What?
Here's the thing. I went to during the fires when I was in Palm Springs. I just went to like the bars there.
The bar scene out there, yeah.
Oh, it's perfect.
In Palm Springs?
Everyone just wants to sit down.
Relax.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like everyone's in a chair.
Right.
No
one's under 30.
No.
Yeah.
No. Like I opened the door and Lance Bass was coming out and I was like, my king. He was like, Martindale, what's up? And I'm like, where are you going? He's like, we're going to I don't even remember where he was going. But yeah, I walked in and just everyone's just like older and refined. There's just like old like movies on like a TV screen.
Cool.
I like looked over. I was like, Nosferatu, good to see you again. But yeah, I like that. I like sitting.
The rocking chair culture.
Oh,
Yeah.
well, that's the Southern
yeah, that's a Southern in you.
Cracker Barrel of the gay bars. Just
Hello there, Martindale. Welcome back. Is Lance Bass anointed one of the, the British, what do they?
Knight?
Knight you? Yeah. Is he knighted in the gay community?
For sure.
He's knighted.
Absolutely. I don't know
Who
if
else
there's
is knighted? Who's knighted? And why don't they do that? Why isn't there more knighting?
I mean,
Why can't we do that?
yeah. I mean,
Who would be knighted in your mind?
in the gay world.
Yeah, who'd be knighted?
I mean, Elton John. I mean, I think he is.
No, he's
Sir,
knighted for
he's
real.
Sir. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like Americans.
Yeah, us. I don't want to talk about British people.
Gross.
Remember what
I would
they
say
did to us.
Lance. I would probably say like
Wendy Williams is probably no.
Wendy Williams.
Is
she
she
would
not?
be. She would be a dame
I feel
for
like
sure.
I feel like she's
Dame
a
Wendy
big,
Williams.
Right.
Yeah, we're rooting for her for sure.
Is she dying? What is going on? What is it?
She is being held. She recently went on Charlemagne the God's podcast and said that she is in a conservatorship against her will. And
Like a Britney Spears thing.
Kinda, yeah, sorta.
Except Britney was her dad. Who was it? Who owned
Her dad.
Right.
I thought you asked if Britney was Wendy Williams' dad. And I was like,
Isn't
what?
she?
I don't know how much whiskey's going on in here.
They do dance a lot similarly.
Yeah, but Britney was held in a conservatorship.
From her
yeah,
father.
From her
And then
dad.
who's conservating Wendy Williams?
These two white lawyers.
Uh-oh. The whites are at it again.
How you do? So, I mean, it is kind of wild because you're just like, damn.
That's
like,
so dark.
Yeah, I mean,
Because people don't believe her. Is that what it is? Like people are like, "Are you?" That's so fucked
yeah,
up.
and I think it's like a mix of like just medication and a little bit of kind of going crazy because of the medication
Sure.
and the alcoholism and all that kind of stuff.
And they
But
keep you medicated, so everyone thinks you're crazy.
Yeah.
And then the more they put you in public, and then you get arrested, and people are like, "Oh, we can't believe this person. She gets arrested all the time."
there it is.
Isn't that fucking wild?
It's weird,
And it's a real thing.
but also like I kind of want that to happen to me one day. Like
who could be your conservator? I would do it.
You would be my
Yeah,
conservator.
I would do it, and they'd believe me. I'd be like, you need to know what this guy's up to. I catch him at Prolapse every fucking Tuesday. Bust him.
that would be. I don't. Yeah, it is. It's.
It is strange because I thought she had something. I thought she was sick.
Yeah. Well, they had
But
that
she's not.
documentary where she was just like,
Right. I was like, oh, she's sick.
yeah,
Something's-
and then she called in on Charlemagne the God. She called in on
her and Cat Williams should do a thing together.
Don Lemon. Don Lemon interviewed her too, and she sounds like coherent and fine.
So obviously someone's trying to
Yeah.
put her out there looking bad.
yeah, I think she knows things, if you know what I mean,
Oh, she
about a
does.
certain.
She does. A little ditty,
Little
ditty,
ditty
do ya?
of a
I think
little-
she talked about Diddy a lot.
She
in her
did,
past, right?
She even in the interview, she's like, "Diddy done," and I was like, "Damn."
Yeah, no.
Yeah.
Well, he is. There's no doubt
Yeah,
about that.
yeah.
There's no doubt. It's funny that when I did it this weekend. I'm so dumb because we were talking about Laura or someone brought up Celine Dion.
Laura Peak,
Yeah.
as she should.
I think it was something about because we were talking about she comes out to Dolly Parton, and then we were talking about these artists that like still perform as they get older and they're still as good as they were when they were young and how incredible that blah blah blah. And then it led to somehow into Celine Dion, and then she said something like, "Oh, I feel so bad," and I was like, "What do you mean you feel so bad?" Like I had no idea. And then they're like, "No, she's got this crazy disease." I was like,
Stiff
"What?"
person syndrome.
It's called stiff person syndrome.
Yeah.
Do you know this? I just learned this.
Yeah.
See, thank God you're shaking your head.
God, I'm so glad I'm here today.
Wait, stiff person syndrome is what it's really called.
Yeah.
When we were talking about it, I was like, that's not a fucking real thing.
It's a real thing. It's
I looked
sad.
up, it affects I think it said 1 in 1 million or more people.
Yeah.
So it's literally 1 in a
the
million.
curse.
Stiff person
Yeah,
syndrome.
Celine Dion.
Why?
Why?
You think this is government oriented? It must
No,
be. This
I don't
is,
think.
dude.
No,
This is crack in the hood. This
look
is AIDS
here,
in the
you
80s, dude.
insurrection piece of shit.
No.
Look.
No, what do you mean? I'm on the other side.
What happened-
I'm saying the government did this.
Yeah. So when you took a shit in Nancy Pelosi's chair, what was in it?
They pardoned me, dude. He just
Oh,
pardoned
good,
me.
good.
Yeah.
Congratulations.
To all
What
my
a-
Jan 6 dogs. We got out, baby.
In here, we pour whiskey.
This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by Squarespace. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online, whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand. Squarespace makes it easy to create beautiful websites, engage with your audience, sell anything products to content to time, all in one place, all on your terms. I've been using Squarespace for a long time. I've talked about them so very much. You must be a little bit sick of it, but I believe in them. The design intelligence is incredible. Combining 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology, unlock your strongest creative potential. They got great Squarespace payments, by the way. If you're selling merch or selling a product on there, they got Klarna, ACH direct debit, Apple Pay, Afterpay, ClearPay over there in the UK. Get started with a few clicks and start receiving payments right away on whatever you're selling. And I also am very into the connected social multimedia accounts. We're all on the social media, and they connect all the major social media multimedia accounts to your website in just a few clicks as icons, direct links, or embedded feeds. So what are you waiting for? You're looking to create a beautiful site. I don't know what you're hanging on to the hope that something's going to pop up even better than this in front of your face. You must try Squarespace today. So head over to squarespace.com for a free trial when you're ready to launch. When you're ready, only when you're ready. Go to squarespace.com/whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Once again, squarespace.com. Check it out. Squarespace.com/whiskey to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Hey, for all my sports fans out there, it is Super Bowl week. We know you want those props. And if you're crazy like me, you let picking heads or tails during the coin toss decide each day. Well, guess what? You need to download PROPHETX. It's the first ever peer-to-peer exchange in the U.S. You can play against other individuals rather than against a sports book. This is huge. Real humans, real people. This allows you to get significantly better odds on your favorite teams. I use it while traveling to different shows because they're available in 40-plus states. Love that. Even here in California. Very excited for that. You can even play completely for free. You want to play for free? You can. Make sure to download PROPHETX and use promo code WHISKEY to get up to $300 in profit cash. It's so simple. What are you waiting for? I know you're going to be betting on that big game. Who are you betting for? None of my business. None of my business what you got going on there. But what you have to do is play against other individuals rather than the book. Make sure you download PROPHETX today. Right now, use the promo code WHISKEY to get up to $300 in profit cash. You heard me right.
Ginger. I like gingers.
One of the things that can trigger it is unexpected or loud noises.
Yeah.
She fucking sings for a living.
That's
She puts on shows.
She pounds her chest.
physical touch, change in temperatures, or stressful events. Those are
So
the
just
4
life.
triggers.
That's like saying
Four
that's like saying
things.
you're allergic to water. Which, by the way, I think I saw that on one of those strange addiction things. This woman claimed she was allergic to water, so she couldn't. She had to drink like Coke or whatever, and they're like, "That's not a real thing." But then
No,
somebody
you're
looked it
just
up. There is a real.
Yeah.
There is people
Like
that are allergic to water.
She's very sensitive. She can't move. She also has seizures. So if you watch the Celine Dion
the documentary.
which I know you guys are like straight. So if you're,
As far as
if
you
you're,
know,
if you're
pal.
straight, hey, look, I don't want to.
You know me long enough, dude.
Listen, I heard things, and I don't want your lifestyle down my throat. But it's a good plane watch.
It is.
Yeah, good plane watch.
I need a good plane watch.
Get a
'cause
good plane watch. Get a movie. You're like, I'm not gonna watch this at home. Good plane watch. I am Celine. Just get a window seat so you can just turn towards it and just cry, so the
no one
aisle doesn't
sees.
see you, because it's like it's intense.
It's heavy.
It's crazy. Yeah, she's just like, I was on top of the world, and then it all went away. You know,
But she still is, right? Isn't she still gonna be super rich and famous? And
she's Celine
fine.
Dion. Oh yeah.
What do you do when you get to that level, though? Do you want to keep? See, this is what irks me is like sometimes, don't you want to ride off into the sunset on top?
Absolutely.
I don't want to go out on the other side.
Yeah.
I think like if if you're that age, because she's got to be what, 60?
Celine Dion, I think she's 57.
What?
Let me think. Can I guess that?
No way. She's 60 something.
56.
What?
56.
Wait, really?
The whole time. You thought she was 60 something?
March 30th, 1968.
She's
The
a
ol-
Canadian 56.
But the only reason I say this is because she's been famous for so long. My
Yeah.
mind only assumes
Exactly.
she must be much older.
Oh, dude, I thought Maggie Smith was like 120.
No,
Maggie
she's like
Smith
45.
was always old, right?
Yeah, dude.
She was I always knew old Maggie Smith, and then
Right.
they're like, "Oh, she passed away at 90 something." I'm like, "90 something?" I thought she was actually on
89.
Downton Abbey, like during the time.
That's the same thing with Morgan Freeman. He's
Isn't
been
it
the same
weird?
age for 100 years.
It's so weird when you're like, I've always known these people as
Old adults.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
they're still around.
It is well because they got famous later in life. Well, not but I mean they became recognizably like stamped into the history books at a certain age. Like Morgan Freeman with Shawshank is how I'll always remember Morgan.
Yeah.
and he kind of looks the same, right? And that was how long ago? 30 years.
Shawshank, 90?
94.
94?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's a great movie. I saw that movie on an airplane.
I mean, you look the same age as when I met you too, though.
Thank you.
No, you literally. It's
You know
kind of
what's
creepy.
great though, when you start getting trolled for people think you've had like cosmetic work done.
Oh, like what? People say that to you.
Oh, yeah.
Really?
It's,
What do they
it
think you've
just-
gotten done?
It gets me hard.
Brow lift.
Brow lift, Botox,
Right.
hair implants.
They just troll. And what do you say? No, fuck you.
No, fuck you.
You should say yes to all of them.
I know.
Be like this BBL
But I
is
don't want to let
kicking.
them win. I don't want to let them win.
Right.
No, and I'm like, hey, there will come a time
Yeah.
where I'm just like, hey, Andrew, it's me. You're like, when did you prolapse, Justin? I'm like, when did I not? But yeah, it's like, it's interesting getting older and seeing the people get older. There was somebody the other day that I was like, oh yeah, Jimmy Carter. Like he passed away at 100. And then
yeah.
like SNL made a joke about him.
What do they say?
They were doing like some sketch, which
What? No bueno.
SNL. Ooh.
Tough for you, huh?
Whew.
They did 2 sketches this past week. I watch them all the time on YouTube. They did 2 about podcasting,
Yeah,
back to back. I was
Yeah.
like, that's pretty crazy.
it was pretty
They
wild.
hate podcasts.
Oh yeah,
We do too, SNL.
yeah, yeah. But they did a joke where they were like in a bungee class and they like went limp on the
I
bungee.
saw it on the-
yeah,
yeah, I
and they're
saw
like
it.
Jimmy Carter, and people were like, "Wait a minute!" And I'm like, he was 100 years old.
Yeah.
that's riding off. He rode off into the sunset.
100%. Well, literally rode. He was in a wheelchair.
Yeah.
They wheel him out in the sun. Remember that picture of them just like
Oh.
putting him in the sun for a minute? That made me so sad.
Did you think he was dead?
Yeah. Actually,
You
he
think
looked
he was dead then?
He looked dead. I think they keep him. I think when you're that famous, they keep you publicly alive until they decide that it's time for you to go.
Do you watch?
Come on.
Have you ever seen like a video, like not like a Faces of Death or like a?
I've seen that. And that was my whole college career. was
Yeah, I
Faces
feel
of-
like
yeah.
that was like our generation.
Yeah,
It was like
I love
dude,
that.
Yeah.
It was so dark, dude. There's a Twitter account sometimes that pops up that's like people moments before they die, and it's always like kids doing parkour on like an 85-foot building, and they're jumping from the 85-story building. I mean, and
they just miss.
and they let go, and then
Oh.
it cuts to black. It's insane.
Yeah.
And there was a guy yesterday, or a guy or a girl on like in South America, the their parachute was like spinning around so fast, and they just got out of it. I was like, "What? No, go down with it." Like crash.
Oh, they were like,
they
well,
just got
we're
out of the
done.
harness. Yeah, I was like,
Shit.
"No, dude."
Did you see the crazy guy punch the restaurant window?
Yeah,
and
what
he
was that
shattered the
about?
and it just
Cut his arm open.
No
immediately
way.
was gushing so much blood.
I don't know why I like watching these things. It's disgusting. I shouldn't watch them. But once they come on my for you or my Explorer, I'm always like, I gotta.
I know.
I want
See,
to
I'm the
watch
same
it.
way.
I
You
gotta
can't look
watch
away.
it. Yeah, like there was a woman with her daughter. They almost got hit by
Isn't
a
that
bus.
crazy that that's on fucking Twitter now?
That's so
It
gross.
used to be like a VHS tape like wrapped in a trash bag, and you had to like
Yeah, dude.
go to a friend's house who had it hidden under their house, and now it's
And they're
just
like,
like,
don't
oh,
tell
let's-
anybody you came over and saw it. And you're like, all right.
Let's watch a bear rip a schoolgirl's throat out. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's so
Yeah,
too
that was
accessible.
where people get their news. It's
Ooh.
the same exact place that you're seeing murder every day.
One of my
It's
favorites
creepy. Yeah, give me your favorite.
is like the Anne Heche video.
What is that? Oh, where she crashes her car?
She crashes her car.
I remember seeing that.
And then they get her out.
Oh, right. And she like gets up.
And she unzips the bag and she's like, because
she was alive still.
Something. And then like she passed away in the hospital. It's terrifying.
The same conservators of Wendy Williams were there on the scene.
Yeah.
At the time, they were zipping it up.
Every time I watch that, I edge so hard.
That's insane. It is true, dude. It is funny how much dark shit is on the internet. And also, I learned over the weekend to block Meta and Facebook.
Oh, are you doing that?
I blocked it on all my.
Look at you, Dad.
Well, because the kids said to do it.
Oh.
They said, "Do you notice your FYP is different?" And so my Explorer and all that other stuff stuff was in there that I'm like, I never click on this kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
And then it immediately changed.
Mm-hmm.
Like now when I open it up, it's all what it always was before, which is just like car videos, like a very violent interaction. There's always like a crazy like fight, or there's always like a bar fight, or like bouncer throws guy out.
Oh yeah,
that's
those
my
are fun.
favorite shit
Those
to
are
watch.
fun. Yeah,
it's the same. It's like that. It's returned to its old. By the way,
wait, are we looking
let's
at
see. Open your
FYPs?
Explorer.
Okay.
Yeah, I want to see what's.
Wait, is it Instagram or?
I do both. You can do both. Your Explore page or your FYP, whatever is on your for you.
TikTok FYP or what?
TikTok. Give me your for you. Like what is it? Okay, this one is.
I don't even know if I've looked at my for you.
This is. Look at this. Car. Monkeys moving an alligator across a street. Golf, car, Bobby Lee. Gross.
Sick.
Car. Look at how many cars. It's all car. It's all cars.
So let's see. I'll
a
go
girl
to my
dancing.
Instagram, like the.
Give me your Explore.
Okay.
Yeah. What is it?
Oh no.
Oh God, give it to me. Tell me, don't be shy right now, dude.
Naked guy with feet around his neck.
Exactly
Sofia
what we
Vergara.
Okay.
Guy in towel. Tim Meadows.
Tim Meadows?
Yeah, everyone has their kink.
Okay.
Let's see. This one's always fun. The dong flopping aggressively in the shorts.
Yeah. Seen that.
Let's see. Theo Vaughn, weird.
That kind of pairs up with the dong flopping.
It's
in the
actually
shorts
Theo
thing.
Vaughn.
Yeah, that's him.
Wow, yeah. At the inauguration, flopping his dick.
Yeah, dude, I was flopping in front of Trump, dude.
Let's see. Shark fin.
What the fuck is that? What do you mean, just a shark's fin?
Yeah, it's just a big female great white.
You do have weird kinks, man.
I got weird shit. Well, it's also like you click, or like if it gets in and you watch it a certain amount of time, then it's like, this is what you want. Like, this is, I also have one called Fat Girls. Oh, and it's also like really mediocre stand-up comedy.
See, I don't have any stand-up on mine.
Wicked, pecs, muscles. Yeah.
Did you see Wicked?
The movie, yeah.
You liked it?
It was okay, yeah.
Was
Did you like
okay?
it?
I didn't see it.
You haven't seen it?
It gave me anxiety.
You gave me like a squint, like, you're thinking about it.
Because everyone's talking about it, so it's funny. I'm going to wait till it's all dissipated, all the hype, and then see it.
Well, it's not going to. There's a part 2 coming out.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Where have you been?
Guess what? I'll never see it now.
Oh.
If they make a part 2 and I haven't seen the part 1, I just give up.
Yeah. Actually, I would just start with part 2.
And just not do part 1.
Well, it just gets there. It ends quicker, Do
Do you think it's worthy of less Oscars than Amelia Perez?
What a wonderful topic of discussion.
Did you watch Amelia Perez?
No, did you?
No, but I feel like we're supposed
no
to
one
now.
has seen
We should.
this movie.
You haven't seen it either?
No.
It doesn't look good.
13 nominations.
13. It's up there with like The English Patient.
It's more than The Godfather.
I'm baffled by it. And it's one of those movies where I keep telling myself like, I'm gonna do it, and then I'm like,
Can't do it.
I just don't. And I don't care.
Do you even like musicals?
Ish,
Right.
Ish.
The music's got to be fucking good.
It's got to be good. But then I think I saw that clip of like
I'd like to know about sex operations.
that one.
Okay. I've seen it a million times.
Vaginoplasty. We can do that.
It's so weird.
It's like, is this South Park? Like,
Yeah,
what is this?
It did seem like South
Yeah.
Park couldn't even dupe that.
I want a labia majora and a menorah. I want a clitoris special.
labia majora and a menorah. They're just spinning a menorah while they're doing sex change operations.
Where is my clitoral hood?
By the way, they're going to do a version of The Godfather. They're remaking it with the same storyline. That he makes him an offer he can't refuse, and it's to transition, and that's how he gets in the family. I'm going to make him an offer he can't refuse. You got to transition. You want to stay in the family.
They're doing it to Scarface. Say hello to my little friend.
Yeah.
Yep.
I do want to see it only because I want to see why people hate it so much.
But do they? I don't understand.
Yeah, the internet doesn't like it at all. I mean,
yeah.
the kids don't like it. Anybody like his age that's like mid-20s, they hate it. They absolutely hate it.
Why do you hate it?
I think just the Oscars are out of touch. I mean,
Out of touch.
They've been out of touch for a long time. But
I agree.
There are a lot of movies that kind of got snubbed. Like Margaret Qualley got snubbed for The Substance.
Does anybody have told you look like Margaret Qualley?
That's her son.
Who?
That's her son.
No, it's not.
That's Margaret Qualley's son.
The whole time.
This nepotism at its finest.
You're Annie McDowell's son?
Grandson.
Grandson.
What?
No, he's
Are you
not.
fucking with me?
Yeah, dude. He's
I totally believed you.
I know.
But also, my grandma's maiden name is Qualley, spelled in the same way. So when I was watching,
totally
Once
look
Upon a
like
Let's
her.
do
Time-
a 23andMe for
When I was
you,
watching
dude.
Once Upon a Time with in Hollywood with my parents, and the credits were rolling, my mom was like, "Oh, Qualley, that's my mom's maiden name."
So
Wait, what if
her
we just figure this out
dad-
right now?
Huh?
What if we just figure this out right now? You're actually related
That would
to
be
her?
wild.
Well, it's her dad.
It would explain why you got so far so fast in Hollywood.
Because you have the same like soft face,
Yeah.
but yeah, I love it. He's like, you're right, keep going.
But
the
no.
blue piercing eyes.
To be honest, right now he needs the ego boost. He's feeling a little low.
That's why I'm here. That's why
emotionally.
you called me. That's why you called me today.
He did
this
this
isn't
thing-
just a podcast. You're like, we need to help.
We
him.
need help.
Yeah.
He did this thing today where he said, like he's in his 20s, he lives alone. And I felt it this morning when he was like, I've just been a little bit depressed. And what's funny is I do remember those days when you are living alone. You do go through that, like, maybe I'm too much of a recluse and I'm a little sad right now. And then you go out and it just doesn't satisfy you. There's something about it that you get really like anxious. You're like, am I single and alone and sad?
Yeah.
Or am I...
But then you gotta like suck it up and remind yourself you're not a pussy. Okay?
You're not a pussy. You're not a pussy.
No, I mean, I think your 20s are a good time to like figure out depression.
But it is weird when you live alone for the first time.
Oh, yeah.
You do get a little... It does fuck you up
You're
sometimes.
like, now
at night.
what? I have to go buy groceries to keep myself alive?
Gross.
Oh, get
And it's
out of
too
here.
quiet
I have
at
to
night.
shower? For who?
It's quiet.
It's very quiet.
It's very quiet at night when you're alone. And that white noise machine, you can even hear the echoes in the white noise machine. You're alone. You suck. Fuck you.
Yeah.
Not good.
You start talking to the leaves brushing up against your window.
Jump.
Yeah.
Jump.
It'll be over real quick. I promise. It only hurts for a little bit.
Man kills himself.
In here, we pour whisk.
Hello. Hello Fresh. What is Hello Fresh? Come on, you don't know? You get farm fresh pre-portioned ingredients and seasonal recipes delivered right to your doorstep. You can skip trips to the grocery store and count on HelloFresh to make home cooking easy, fun, and affordable. That's why it's America's #1 meal kit, all right? You know it. We've talked about it a lot. I love HelloFresh. Their prep and bake meals come together with minimal mess, only 5 minutes of prep. So your oven does most of the work, not you. You just got to sit back and hang out. They also got 15-minute meals. They're done in 3 simple steps. You can eat better this year without all the hassle. You want to stay in good shape. You want to eat good. They got you covered. But also, save valuable time with fewer trips to the grocery store thanks to HelloFresh Market. There's over 100 add-on items you can add to your weekly box, like quick breakfast, packable snacks, beverages, and much more. And I love that. If you're someone that's on the go, you don't got a lot of time, like me, I'm constantly moving around, you must try HelloFresh. It makes it so safe, convenient, easy, comfortable, wonderful, delicious. Get up to 10 free meals and a free high-protein item for life at HelloFresh.com/whiskey10FM. 1 item per box with active subscription. Free meals applied as a discount on first box. New subscribers only. Varies by plan. That's up to 10 free HelloFresh meals. Just go to HelloFresh.com/whiskey10FM. HelloFresh, America's #1 meal kit. This episode of Whiskey Ginger is brought to you by NordVPN. Nord is easy to use. You can connect with one click or enable auto connect for 0-click protection. I've been talking about VPNs for a long time because I love them when I'm on the road and I want to watch stuff and I want to have access to all the things that I want when I'm not in my home. Then I use it. It's fantastic. They have over 7,100 servers in 118 countries, so you can change your virtual location so easily. One NordVPN account can be used on 10 devices. Come on, you got 10 devices. And supports every major platform: Windows, Android, iOS, macOS, Linux, even Android TV. Pretty incredible. Protect your private data, like bank details, passwords, and online identity, which is huge because, those cyber criminals are out and about. And NordVPN threat protection feature protects you from viruses, malicious malware, and phishing sites. Fish, like fish, the band, PH, phishing sites. Premium cybersecurity for the price of a cup of coffee per month. Very simple, friends. You got to get it. If you're someone who travels like me, or you just want more privacy and protection, why are you not using a VPN? What are you doing, To get the best discount off your NordVPN plan, go to nordvpn.com/whiskey. That is Nord, NORDVPN.com/whiskey for 4 extra months on the 2-year plan. There's no risk with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee. The link is also in the podcast episode description box below. That is nordvpn.com/whiskey.
Ginger. I like gingers.
Back to the Oscars. I think it's interesting because there was a clip that came up about the biggest disappointments in Oscar history and how the Oscars kind of award people. They were like, oh, shit, we should have given it to, like,
Makeup
for instance,
awards and stuff like that, yeah.
Well, like, for instance, they said Renee Zellweger shouldn't have won for Cold Mountain because everyone thought she was going to win for Chicago. And they were like, oh, she lost. I forgot who won instead. I don't remember. But anyways, so they gave it to her for Cold Mountain. So it's very, like, whatever. But at the same time, I feel like this Oscars especially, there were so many people who were snubbed. You know what I mean? They're like, oh, Angelina didn't get nominated. Nicole Kidman didn't get nominated.
Challengers didn't get nominated for score.
Who?
Challengers didn't get nominated for best
Challenge,
score.
which was a great score.
It was so good.
But what does it matter? See, this is what's weird.
It doesn't matter.
We're entering a new time when it's like
Who cares?
it's not as meaningful.
Yeah.
And it's only not as meaningful because they've lost the pulse. So like it just takes away from whatever weight it might have had culturally and in the actual industry.
It still affects box office numbers, but not as much as it did in the 90s.
I know, but fucking Amelia Perez made $11 million. The budget was 25.
Yeah.
They lost their ass. They literally probably lost $30 million after
But
marketing.
it's
and all
art
that
and
stuff.
it's culturally of the time.
I don't
and
know,
you're like,
man.
okay, cool. But like Wicked won for best box office at the Golden Globes, which is a new category.
Yeah, but Wicked made...
That's such a stupid
Oh, Wicked was like everything.
Wicked made $1 billion.
Yeah.
Didn't it make $1 billion?
The money's enough. Why do you need an award?
No.
It's ego.
Give it to him, dude.
It's history. It's,
Well, because
it's Hollywood, but it's
you
also...
want to get stamped.
Yeah. But this is what kind of pisses me off too about the Oscars. It's like, they were like, oh, Selena Gomez got snubbed and da-da-da-da. I'm like, Pamela Anderson got snubbed, and Pamela's just like, hey, I'm sorry, I didn't think in a million years that Pamela Anderson, would ever be nominated for an Oscar.
I saw her documentary. It was good.
Not the documentary, the Last Showgirl, about her being the Las Vegas showgirl.
No, I just saw a documentary about her. She's got a documentary out.
When she's like at her house with
at
her
her
kids.
house up
Yeah,
there.
it's great.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
beautiful.
Yeah.
It was rad that she was just like, fuck it all.
Yeah,
I was
she's
like, oh,
awesome.
that's cool.
But then I'm like, why are we overshadowing the first time nominees?
Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of people who've never been nominated before, and they're like, oh, okay. But
right.
Angelina Jolie, she wasn't nominated. That means Brad Pitt hates her. It's just like, get out of here.
It's almost more rad to never get nominated. There's something about it that's like, if you can float your way through the game and be good and never get nominated, it's kind of rad.
Demi Moore?
Never been nominated, huh?
For anything.
Whoa, that's tight.
Anything.
That makes me like her so much more.
She's the hottest thing.
That's
She's
so cool to never
so
get
hot.
nominated.
I hooked up with a guy once, and we were at a house, and Demi Moore FaceTimed him, and he was like, "This is Justin," and I'm like, "No, not like this." And it was like,
what?
Yeah.
You hooked up with Ashton Kutcher?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was wild.
That's
it was just
nuts.
It was so 70s.
He's like, you got punked, Justin.
Could
You're
you
just sucking
imagine?
his cock.
I'm like, wait a minute, I'm gonna sign up for this. No, it was just like it was a friend of hers, and she was like, "What are you doing?" He's like, and I'm like, just like a meerkat. And she was like, "Oh my God, look at you!" And I'm like, "This is not the way I wanted to see Demi Moore."
Isn't that funny that sometimes you meet people, you're like, I didn't want to meet you like this.
I don't want to meet you like this.
It is so funny.
I'm like
hate
the lady
that.
in The Matrix, not like this.
Not like this, yeah. I have met people through friends like that, and I maybe am a fan of them or something. And I'm like, I don't want to meet you here like this.
what
I
are we
feel like I
doing?
look like shit. I'm drunk. I'm fat. You know,
Yeah.
I was like, I don't want you to think like this is me.
This is me on a regular basis.
No, I'm on a bender.
Yeah, I'm just. It's a cry for help.
It's a cry
I'm
for
not in my
fucking-
20s talking to insects in my room.
He is, dude. But don't put that in his head. Now he's like, I should get some bugs.
Yeah,
I should get some bugs.
get an
at the
ant
house.
farm, just a casual ant farm. Bring
Or,
it
dude,
back.
I've said this. Get a cat. Because
Cats
you
are
don't need to be
fun.
home all the time.
Yeah.
Just get a cat. It'll be
I'm
there.
allergic to
And
cats.
when you kill
Huh?
yourself,
I'm allergic to cats.
well, when you
Toughen
kill
up,
yourself
dude.
in your apartment, they'll eat you.
Yeah, they eat you.
good.
They clean up for you.
Yeah.
You are allergic to cats?
I'm allergic to some cats. I've dated some people that have had cats.
You
but I
drive me
wasn't
nuts, dude.
allergic
You
to
fucking piss me off all the time. It's crazy how much I love you. You don't have any fucking bullshit allergies, do you?
No.
Yeah, see? Adults.
Yeah.
It is weird that like our generation had no allergies and
Yeah.
that everyone has all of them. What is that?
Because we're just given poison all our lives.
We've been dude, we started the poison revolution.
Yeah.
We had better poison, obviously.
We drink
Yeah.
unfiltered water from a hose.
Hose water.
Hose water.
It made you stronger.
I guess it did. When I think about all the bullshit that we ingested as kids, I'm like, I guess maybe it was better than to be more chemically processed.
Pop rocks. What else was poisonous?
Pop rocks was for sure chemical.
Oh,
just
yeah.
really chemical poison.
Ecto Cooler.
Yeah,
What the
that's so
fuck was
bad.
that? It was like neon green liquid.
Do you ever remember Jolt Cola? Do you
Jolt
remember that?
Cola. Yeah, absolutely.
Do you know what that is? It had like 100 grams of sugar and it said like 4 times the caffeine. I remember there was outside of a store in a strip mall on the way home from junior high. We'd go there and grab something to drink or eat on the walk home. It had a sign that said 4x the caffeine. I was
Yeah.
like, there's no way you need 4 times the caffeine of a Coke.
Absolutely. I mean, now it's like, what's the equivalent of that? I feel like it's
Well, everyone drinks Red Bull now.
like
Red Bull is like the thing.
Monster.
Monster, yeah.
Yeah.
Or what's the other? What's the biggest one?
Celsius.
Celsius is new. That's like the hot one. That's
Yeah.
like the fucking. But Celsius is supposed to be. Is it like it's people like it because it's fruit juice? Is that what it is?
I don't know. I'm like, they're like, oh, this can of shit helps burn fat. I'm like, okay. How? I want to know.
Just start the Ozempic. Bobby got on the Ozempic. He's riding high on that. It's gonna kill everybody.
Bobby's
we
on
know.
Ozempic?
Yeah, he's on the other one. What's the other one? We say it.
Manjaro?
Yeah.
Yeah, one
They
of those.
all have songs. Have you noticed that?
Oh yeah, they do.
Ozempic.
Right.
That one. And then the Wegovy. Nobody's gonna turn it.
That's what he's on. He's on Wegovy.
That's from The Greatest Showman. This is me.
They stole that and put it on Wegovy. They should have just done all those medical songs, all those prescription songs in Amelia Perez.
They probably are in there.
Yeah.
But I want to do Manjaro like Espresso by Sabrina Carpenter.
Let me hear it.
Think about me, think about you. Yeah, I'm on that Manjaro. It
Oh,
totally
that's really
works.
good. That really does.
I want a percentage of
Do we
that.
really like Sabrina Carpenter a
Oh,
lot?
absolutely.
We like her a lot.
Oh,
huh?
absolutely. Yeah, the Grammys are on.
She's one of those I
Sunday.
haven't been sunk by yet. I've been sunk by a lot of the new kids. Like I get into
What do
some
you
of
mean
the music.
sunk?
I'm not buying it yet.
What do you mean?
I just don't like it as much as people like it.
Wow, what a concerned customer.
It's fine. I just am not. He knows, dude. Like dude, he knows my Chapel Roan. I'm on her. I think she's fucking number one.
She's badass.
But I tried to get into Sabrina Carpenter. I tried to listen to it a little bit, and I can't. It's not gonna get me. It's not gonna get me. I don't know why it's not gonna get me.
What guys do you like? Guy singers.
What do I like? He knows.
What do I like?
He knows. He really knows more.
Ask my son.
Because he knows if I'll go. I don't like that. That sounds okay.
Okay.
What do I like?
Benson Boone.
I don't know who that is.
What?
I mean, I feel like more of it is hip hop if you're playing men, but if you are playing girls, it's Chapel Roan.
It's Chapel Roan for like new young generation. You know who I really love? Lola Young. I think she's the fucking shit.
I don't know who that is.
Cause I got high again. I forgot to hum my
She sings "Cause I Got
clothes."
High" like the Afro Man.
You don't know this?
No. Are we just
Cause I'm
sampling
too
songs?
messy, and then I'm too fucking clean.
And then I want
Told
my
me
clitoral
get a
hood.
job. And you don't know this song?
No.
Whoa.
I don't know who that is.
You know this
Or maybe
song.
I do.
I mainly know her from the Tyler, the Creator song she's on.
That's a banger too.
Who's the guy? Who's the shit Sims or he has the song.
God, we're getting old, aren't we?
He's like that real like is it country? It's not like it has like a Chris Stapleton voice.
I'll tell you who I like.
Chris Sims? No, what's his name?
It's impossible to keep up with music anymore.
Who's the guy? Who's the country music artist that said the N word?
Which one?
Morgan Wallen.
Love
Oh,
that
yeah.
guy. Can't get enough of it.
Not because of that, but
No, that's the only reason. I've never
okay,
heard his
fair
music.
enough. Okay,
I've never heard one song he's ever sung.
yeah, that's a good music. I'm excited. I think the Grammys will pretty be. Yeah,
The youthful wave of new music I get introduced to by the internet is kind of rad. I do like that. It does keep me on my toes and like in a way that like, because I remember my dad's generation fucking hated everything we listened to.
Yeah.
They didn't like anything we listened to. They hated all of it. And I was always like, I don't want to ever be that way. I don't have to like all of it, but I have to like try to see if it vibes with me a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Because still to this day, if I show my dad a song, he's like, fucking what is that shit?
Yeah.
And you're like, you don't like any of this shit?
But now, like, I have my nieces, and they're like teenagers now.
Yeah.
And I'm like quizzing them. I'm like, well, like I'll hear like over Christmas. I was like, who is this? And they're like, and I'm like, think hard, take your time.
Black Sabbath.
No, Spice Girls. I'm like, there you go,
Okay,
there
okay.
you go. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, because our generation had all the boy and girl groups, and they don't do that anymore, right? What's BTS? BTS the only boy group? What's the only? What are other boy and girl groups that exist now? That's got to be the only one.
There's none.
BTS. That's the biggest boy group.
PTSD. That's and then One Direction. Oh.
But they're done, right?
Well, Liam is, yeah, but
Yikes.
get off the pink cocaine, kids. Don't try it out. No one else has. You can't just start a drug when no one else has really tried it.
Yeah, you
My
gotta let.
God.
Also, you always gotta let one of your fall guys try your shit before you.
No pun intended.
Oh, whoa!
Wait, who do you not like? Like what artist? I'm always interested. Like
what's
because
outright-
you listen to a lot of like hip hop.
I've got a pretty wide array, but hip hop is at the core of it.
Yeah. See, I am not.
Yeah, you don't like it at all, huh?
Here's the thing. I like a good, like give me like 90s.
Yeah, that's what I like. That's
give me,
my favorite.
SWV. I love what's her name?
Lil'
shit,
Kim?
Tanash. Is it Tanash? No. Make me water.
Make me sweat.
That one.
Yeah,
that one's good. I like a good like jazzy. I like actually like good beats. I can't listen to.
You like Glorilla? Do you know Glorilla?
I do know. Yeah, she was on SNL. She had a good
She's
song.
great.
Dochi's cool. I like
Yeah.
her.
Okay, so you're in.
I get it,
You're
but
in.
like, yeah, I like baddies. I like some R&B baddies. Megan
get
Thee
that.
Stallion.
I get
like,
that.
Yeah, I don't like these guys.
I don't know. There's no. Who do I not like? Who am I really yucked about?
Quavo.
Quavo's great.
You like Quavo?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. That's not your style.
No, I thought it was like a Mexican dip. and then I realized
You
it
have
was,
chips and
it was
Quavo?
queso.
Do you guys have chips and Quavo?
You guys have chips and Quavo? Yeah. Can we get some more Quavo? Jose Quavo? You want a shot of Quavo? Sure.
By the way, is this the only thing that's going to save this city? Is going to be good Mexican food. If we
It'll
lose
never happen.
If we lose everything here, we'll at least still have good Mexican. When everybody's like, "How's LA?" I was in New York. Everyone, "How's LA?" I'm like, I don't know, man. It's quiet. It's rebuilding. Like people are freaked the fuck out, but we still have bomb ass Mexican food.
Do we?
We do. What? Are you tripping right now?
Do we though?
I'm gonna take you.
Where
do you go?
Where do you go?
Parking lots.
Yeah, the
Where's
stands on the
that?
street.
Stands in the streets.
Where?
Brother, we got to take this guy.
Everywhere. Stands
They're
on
all
the
over the
street.
What is it called?
No. These are just homemade tacos that they sell on the street.
Get outta here.
You don't need that,
What is this?
They
San
pop up
Diego?
the
No.
tents.
brother. You're
No,
missing
you need
out.
an actual dining experience.
No.
Food trucks don't count.
No, it's not a food truck.
Okay.
It's just on the sidewalk.
What?
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like with a tent overhead?
Correct.
Tents
Okay.
and the lights.
Those are the
They have
best,
string
dude.
lights.
You're gonna
Okay.
get the most bomb ass
Ambiance.
food at those.
I get that, and I agree.
But sit down Mexican, that's more to just that's for company. That's not for food.
yeah.
That's for like to hang with people because you want to have a bunch of people to sit. Because these you got to stand and eat it. You got to walk.
But I mean, are you driving? You're like, damn, I really want like a taco right now. and
There's
you're
one
like,
at the gas station every night. He pulls in there at 6 p.m.
Okay, well, that's fortunate for you. Okay.
Well, they're all over the place.
Are they though?
Everywhere.
They're
No.
everywhere. Well, the problem is you're in WeHo, and
Yeah.
they're not in
So all we
WeHo.
get is like rat dogs.
Right.
That's all we get. Just
Yeah.
bacon wrapped
Bacon-wrapped
shit.
hot dogs.
Oh, that's all we have. I'm
If
like,
you
can
leave
we,
WeHo-
can we have some options, please?
Go to the east side.
No.
Come on. That's where you're gonna get good Mexican food.
Okay, how far is East Side? Like Fairfax?
All you have to do is go to Silver Lake. That's so funny. You won't go east of Fairfax.
No, I will. I'll go east to Fairfax. I get it. I have done those, but like I want to do like a kind of like a Shark Tank moment with food, where it's like, oh, you got this family. They've got like, jugo de naranja, horchata,
Jugo de nada. The way you that's great.
jugo de naranja.
They have Quavo.
Limonada. Like I want, and those like glass tanks.
I get it.
I love that. And then be like, hey, this food's really good. We're gonna give you guys an actual establishment, so you guys have to get off the street.
We could do that. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
You got to just have the capital to do it, though.
Right,
You were going to put up the money or no?
Oh, we'll pay them bare minimum. You know, it's all for us. We'll make merch. Well,
All right, good. Well, we
we'll
did.
make chains.
Well, they did vote to not raise the minimum wage, right? They just voted.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
They voted not to raise the minimum wage?
It's not going to
Oh,
get
thank
raised.
God. I love progress. I really do.
Isn't that true? What's the minimum wage now? The federal minimum wage?
This is actually the last podcast I'll have with rights.
That's it, dude.
Yeah, so
I can't wait to take away more from you, dude. I'm
I know.
excited.
It's
is there like a
7.20.
confetti cannon or
These
anything?
gays can't drive. They no longer can drive cars.
Federal minimum wage is $7.25
$7.25, right?
an hour.
Never raised it.
Here in LA?
No, that's federal.
Federal.
State can be California's like 13 or something.
Yeah.
But federal min is $7. When you worked in bars and restaurants, didn't you?
I did.
What was
for a long time.
your minimum wage then? Do you remember? I think I got paid $2.87.
Dude, I think that's what I had because when
$2
I lived in
something.
Texas, it was like $2.14 or something like that.
Crazy.
Yeah.
And I remember
and I
someone-
lived in like Dallas at the time.
And which is actually
Yeah.
really affluent. Dallas
Yeah.
has a lot of fucking money.
And it was like you made like $2.14 and then everything else was like tips.
Yeah.
So you get to keep your tips. But then I worked in a restaurant where they just wouldn't tip you. And you're like, what the fuck? And they were
So
like,
$2.
dude, I remember one of my favorite stories ever is I was working at this restaurant in Dallas called Papados. I don't
Wait,
know
is
if
that a
you've-
chain?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know Papados.
Yeah, Papados, like Cajun food.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was I had a blast working there. But I also had like a homophobic manager and I
never worked there.
no, you didn't work
Okay.
there. No. But your brother did.
Yeah.
And yeah, I got like I did my hair like highlights, and he was like, "And the handbook, no, men can't have strange zany hairstyles."
It says it in the handbook. Men can't have strange zany.
And I was like, like this bitch has purple hair.
yeah.
And they're like, "Well, she's a girl.
She's
she
a
can have
girl."
weird hair." I'm like, "Okay,
Justin, I want you to sweep up the floor, but
I
I'm
know.
afraid you'll sit on the broom.
I know."
Listen, Mark.
That was one time, and it was the mop and bucket. But no, there was like a church group that came in. It was like
boy.
a Sunday brunch, and like this, church group came in, and they wanted all the checks split up. And I mean, I was on it, like I was nice. They were like, "Oh yes, everything's great." Da, 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 da. And some people left without paying.
Sure.
Some people took off here, and then like the actual preacher was like left with the bill, and they like paid out everything. I was like, "Oh, cool," And I couldn't add gratuity. They wouldn't let me add gratuity.
Not automatic for parties of 6 or more?
Well,
That's how
not
it always was
automatic
for-
at the time. Like we
Okay.
had to ask manager permission, and so I went up to the guy afterwards, and I was like, "Hey, what the hell? Like, why didn't you tip me? Was everything okay?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, everything was great, everything was awesome." And I'm like, "Okay, but then like, what's this?" Looks me dead in the eyes, and he goes, "Oh, I'm sorry, son. I gave all my money to Jesus this morning."
Oh, my God, dude.
Talk about prolapse. Like I was just like, like what? Like the fact, like someone just straight face said
God
that to
got
me.
my money.
I gave
God-
all my money to God this morning.
God got my money,
Okay,
pal.
Cool.
And you're not going to get it from me. Leviticus 11:3, thou shalt not tip thous who likes caucus. It's in the good book.
They
dude.
did not tip in the land of Sodom and Gomorrah.
That's
It
right.
was just the tip.
Remember that?
God.
Dude, I got fucked all the time. I worked at a restaurant that had 10-cent wings. You think people that come for 10-cent wings are going to tip you? 10-cent wings, yeah.
I'll have 2 wings.
Well, people would order that and be like, dude, you have to have 6 wings. It's the minimum. And they'd be like, I don't want 6 wings. I want 3. I'm like,
Are you kidding me?
yeah, all the time.
So you had to make 3 wings in the back?
I didn't make them. They fucking made them. But it was so annoying. It's like 6 was the minimum. It was 10-cent wings. And the reason we did that deal is because you had to buy a drink. Now, it didn't have to be a beer, but you had to buy like a Coke or like anything to get the 10-cent deal. So people would buy the cheapest. They'd be like, what's the cheapest drink you have? It's lemonade or some shit.
Yeah.
So it was like $2.20 or something. And then they'd get a couple of wings and that's it. And then they'd leave me whatever the change was. Mm-hmm. So I did those 10-cent Tuesday nights were fucking. Whenever I got scheduled, I was like, I'm actually gonna kill myself.
I mean,
actually gonna
I
kill
look at
myself.
people now, like in the service industry, and I get it.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I have such an appreciation for that just because I've been there.
Yeah.
And when they're on and they're good, I'm
It's the
like,
best.
it's the best feeling in the world because you're just like, not only are you cool, you know what you're doing, and I just remember like like I started dying there at the end.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I think you would come in to my restaurant every now and then. This was like what, like shit. I don't remember how long ago
10
this
years,
was.
maybe?
It was not 5 years ago.
10.
It was 10 years ago.
I just said 10.
Oh, you said 10. I thought you were like 2 weeks ago.
No, 10 years ago.
Which that place closed down, by the way.
I heard through the grapevine. R.I.P.
R.I.P. But yeah, it was.
You were miserable as shit.
Oh, miserable. Oh, I was the worst.
Whenever I saw you, I was like, "Hey, baby." You're like, "Hey." As if someone always just
I think I would actually just say, just shoot me, but like in full voice so customers could hear me.
Kill me,
just
please.
like, just fucking break my legs.
I do have a high level of respect for it because it sucks so much. Also, sometimes you get people like we had this girl in Philly made me laugh so hard because I could tell she was going through some shit. And she was like, "What do you guys want to drink?" And we were like, "Oh, I'll just have coffee." And someone else got a Bloody Mary. And she's like, "Good, get to drinking. It's not going to get any better." And I was like, "Holy shit." And then she walked away. She came back and we were like laughing a little bit. And then she comes back and she's like, "I can't drink vodka or whatever." And I was like, "Oh, really? Why?" And she's like, "Well, my boyfriend and I got into a tiff."
Oh, here we go.
Dude, and then we didn't ask.
Yes,
like
but
we
kept telling.
And she was just like, I fucking knocked over the Christmas tree. And I was like, "How?" And she's like, "We got into a fight. He started yelling. I was screaming. I was chugging vodka."
Vodka.
She goes, "I woke up on the couch. The tree was against the window. I had knocked it over. But we worked it out." She's like, "So do you guys want to order?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take eggs."
Yeah.
I was like,
Yeah.
"I'll just have eggs over medium to go."
Yeah,
please."
to go.
I
And
don't think I
please
wanna
serve
eat
me
here.
with your bare hands with the eggs.
I
That's
love
it.
her giving the story though. It was kind of like, oh, she's been through the shit. She's like,
yeah.
"I'm gonna share this with you whether you
Oh yeah,
like it or
there's
not."
always that one. There's always that one employee who will just tell you.
Yeah, they're gonna give it to you.
Everything that you want to go.
I gave the least. I was always when I served, I was always like, "Hey, how you doing? Good, great. What do you want? Okay, bye." I couldn't do it. I wasn't good at like the shucking and jiving and trying to pretend like we're friends, and I didn't want to do it.
I remember Kim Kardashian came in one day.
Really?
Yeah, it was early in the morning, and I was there. I think I just had like a set at the Improv or something because the Improv was right next door.
Yeah.
And like I went, opened the restaurant. It was like 9 a.m. I think I went to like back in my shut the comedy store down at 3 a.m. days.
Love that.
Now I'm
Miss
like,
those
and I'm
days.
done. It's 8:45.
Yeah.
Bye.
Got to be in bed by 9:30.
Oh yeah, I gotta go watch Traders at home. But she had come in for breakfast, and I remember her just sitting there. She was like all by herself in the restaurant, and they were like, "Kim Kardashian's here," and I was like, "I don't give a fuck." Oh, good. Can't wait. And I went over to her, and I was like, "Yeah, what can I get for you?" And she's like, and this is what she said. "Do you guys have like a latte?" And I said, "Well, we don't have like a latte. We have a latte." And she was like, "Oh, yeah, okay, yeah, I'll go have that." And they were like, "You can't talk to Kim Kardashian like that." I'm like, what a fucking moron. Like, who says shit like that? Do you go into Starbucks? Like, it was a cafe. Yes, we got a fucking latte.
I love if you said that, if you shoved it back at her. Yeah, we have it.
Oh, yeah, we have it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You want it?
Oh, man.
Too bad.
Oh, man, that place was a trip. One day I'll write a book about that place.
Yeah, because you had a lot of people. There was a lot of famous people who used to go
Dude,
there.
it was crazy. I mean, like, we would have, like, Kylie Jenner. All of them would call the paparazzi on themselves.
Yeah, to show up to that spot.
Yeah, to show up and be like, "Oh, my God, you guys leave me alone in my person. I just want pasta," you know? And then you'd have, like, John Malkovich, like, over here eating by himself outside, and
rad.
no one gave a shit.
That's rad.
Sally Field.
What?
By herself.
Love.
Yeah. And I'm like over there with Sally Field talking, and she's like, "Who's that?" And I'm like, some fucking Kardashian. She's like, "Oh, man. The whole time? Yeah. It was definitely a trip. I remember seeing like Chappelle would come in, and I mean, God, so many people. I remember, and I think I mentioned Chet Hanks. Chet Hanks worked there.
He worked there?
In the shoe department.
Wait, really?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
That's a trip.
He worked in men's shoes, and he would come in, and I think Tom made him get a job. I think that's what it was.
Made him get a
job, and he like worked at Fred Siegel. It's shut down.
Yeah. Fred Siegel, yeah.
And he would come in, and I'd be like working in the cafe, and he'd be like, "Hey, yeah, can I get one of those lemonades?" And I was like, "You work here, like, sure,
just
whatever."
Go get it.
And they'd be like, "All right, man, put that on my tab." I'm like, You sell shoes. Do you think you have a tab?
Tab me, dude.
Tab me up, bro. I'm
grab
like,
me a
you
tab.
don't have a tab.
Just give me the $3, man.
So,
Call it a day.
so it'd be crazy because I'd be like around town, you know, be like at the Improv or whatever, and he'd be leaving and like talking to some girl like in the parking lot or whatever. I'm like, pay your tab. And he'd be like, hey, man.
He's not going to take you out till he pays his tab.
He has a tab for lemonade. Like, the date's not going to go well.
God bless him.
Yeah.
God bless the tab.
Yeah.
Are you on tour, by the way?
Yes.
Tell me. Tell the kids.
I will be.
Tell the
yeah.
kids where you go.
When do I go?
Tell the kids where you are.
Oh, man, I'm going to be in Chicago at Zany's
My home.
February 11th, and Phoenix at the Grand Ridge Improv, or wait, I'm sorry, Desert Ridge Improv.
Desert Ridge,
13th. The 23rd at Cobb's in San Francisco.
It's one of my favorites.
San Antonio, Houston, Dallas, Boston, March 2nd.
Where are you playing in Boston? Last Boston?
Probably, yeah.
You don't even know. That's so funny.
I don't know. I'm just happy to be out.
Yeah, God bless. No.
And then New York, March 20th. That's my birthday at the New York Club, and then the New York Comedy Club. What is it called?
New York Comedy Club.
Is that what it is? And
I mean,
then
that's one of them.
And then Stamford, Connecticut. They have a New York Comedy Club there. So yeah, I'm all over. Just follow me on Instagram at Justin Martindale. Just do it. Just do it. It's all in the link tree.
It's in the link tree,
Yeah.
dude. Will you just
Are we
get it?
wrapping up? Is that why we're getting to the dates? Or
Well, you have to.
okay.
you
And then
have-
also my podcast, Just
Yes,
Saying,
tell it.
which Just Saying with Justin Martindale.
Just
Please.
Just saying.
I was gonna call it Jugo de Naranja, but it was just too long.
Chips and Quavo.
Yeah, Just Saying with Justin Martindale on YouTube and wherever you get your podcasts. And you need to come on
I'll come on.
as well. We have so much fun.
I'll come on. And also, my duty then is to take you for real Mexican food because we can't have this fucking game anymore
Okay.
of you not having real Mexican food. I'm a little annoyed by that. Like, because in this city, that's the one thing we did get right.
What is your favorite Mexican food?
Like dish or place?
Dish. Plato.
My favorite dish.
Especiale.
I would like my favorite especially for Andres is I would say I love a good chili relleno. I do love a chili relleno.
That's a
lot.
good one. Like a stuffed, like
it's the
with
best,
the
yeah.
cheese, the Oaxaca cheese.
Oaxaca, stuffed cheese chili relleno. I fuck with the tamales the most. Like when I'm on the
Ooh.
street, I buy the tamales from the tamale lady.
I
It's
love
great.
tamales. Okay, they sell them in a bag.
Yeah,
Work.
yeah, and they come with a cooler.
Yeah.
That's
What
you-
flavor? Pork, chicken, beef,
I'm almost always a beef guy.
raisin.
I'm always beef. I'm almost always a beef guy. Because chicken scares me a lot.
Yeah.
Chicken is a thing that I know might not have cooked a lot.
Because the eggs are so expensive.
Yeah, they haven't. The eggs didn't go down. When the eggs go down, that's when I'll do it.
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah, that's mine. But we got to take you.
Yeah, I like carnitas. I like.
We'll get carnitas, tacos, fajitas.
Yeah. I like Mexican food. I'm
You do.
from Texas.
Just not
for-
Mexican people. That's what you said to me before the show.
right,
He did say that
right.
before the show.
Oh, we gotta ice them out. And I'm talking about my own family too. Yeah.
Ice them out.
Mm-hmm.
Please go listen and watch to Just Saying with Justin Martindale. Also, go see him live on tour. One of my favorite comedians. I've known you for so long.
Mm-hmm.
A Comedy Store brethren. One of the last people, if not the last person to get passed by Mitzi
Damn,
Shore,
the last.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
It's an insane fucking world. You were the last one.
She died right after.
Your fault.
And I'd do it again.
Follow him on all the platforms, on the Instagram and all that good jazz. And we end the show the same way. You look into that camera, you say one word or one phrase, something that will bookend the episode perfectly. So one word or a phrase. Give it to me when you're ready.
In the meantime, take care of yourself.
In here, we pour whisk, 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 whisk.
You were that creature in the ginger beard.
Sturdy and ginger.
Like vampires, the ginger gene is a curse.
Gingers are beautiful.
You won't